Welcome to episode number 78 of the Keep Up Podcast.
No matter how many times we die, we don't die. That was one of my weaker beginnings, I think. There are strong ones and there are weak ones, and that one was pretty weak.
And we're just going to roll with it.
We
though,
are.
right?
We're just going to, like a nice breakfast sandwich. You roll it and you eat it.
Are you saying you prefer breakfast burritos?
No.
Really?
No.
I do.
I don't like burritos. I don't like tortillas. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's involved in making a burrito.
Mhm.
It's just a sandwich in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't like it rolled
a better
up.
way.
It's all right. I like sandwiches. What's the best breakfast sandwich you've ever had?
Best breakfast sandwich I've ever had is a breakfast burrito. But okay, if it has to be like a Tim style sandwich,
It's 2 pieces of bread with stuff in the middle.
I think what comes to my brain is probably something that would just make people mad. But you know what I really like
Mm-hmm.
is a sausage, egg, and cheese at Dunk's on a croissant.
That's pretty good.
It's just like it's just a classic in my mind.
It's very simple,
I
but
like that a lot.
but you can't beat a McGriddle.
I don't even like McGriddles.
Ah, see, so you like burritos, but you don't like McGriddles.
Yeah, I'll take a breakfast burrito at McDonald's all day. Literally, you can get it all day.
all day. I know that's the best.
They
You can get
changed it now.
McGriddles at
Yeah.
any point. I love the combination from the sweet and the savory, like the bacon, the egg, the cheese. It all works so well together.
Nope, not into it.
And some people
I don't like the fluffiness
of.
the like pancake buns.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's too fluffy.
They're fried on at least one side. It can't be both sides.
Yeah,
but
I
they're
don't-
like psh, psh,
I don't-
crispy.
I don't mess with it.
Sometimes people are right and sometimes people are you, Brett. And fortunately, that's the world we live in.
Wow.
So,
Do you know how long it's been since we recorded a podcast?
a podcast. Definitely over a month.
Oh yeah, we haven't posted a podcast in 2 months.
So then we logically would have to record a podcast before we haven't posted one.
Correct. Although,
We could have recorded one in
Yeah,
the middle.
because I still have one that
I'm pulling
needs
up
to
my
be
notes.
edited and put out there.
Yeah, me too. Hey, was Oscar outside the room by any chance?
I don't know.
That's a shame. But I
Um,
don't think it's Oscar because now they're going upstairs really loud.
right. Yeah, that sounds human.
So shout out to Mystery Monster.
Mm.
Anyways, it's been a long time, and I was nervous that usually what happens when we don't record for a while is it takes us a few steps to actually get into the video.
Yeah.
We either mess up at the beginning or something. I probably just jinxed us by saying that, but right now I feel confident.
I feel good.
And we haven't talked in a while, so I don't know what's going on in your
I know,
world
seriously.
of entertainment.
I was like, oh, apparently that's when I hang out with Tim.
Yeah.
That's when we record.
I know, it
'cause
was a weekly thing. We saw each other, and it was our brother bonding.
It was. Yeah. And
And-
now it's like I don't even know you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I seriously, I'm half the man I was.
Now you're just
Once.
somebody that I used to know. Somebody.
That I used to know.
Beep, beep, boop, boop.
Well,
beep,
I
beep,
think we
boop,
should
beep.
just run right into it.
Okay, let's do it.
Stupid questions, dude.
Hey-o!
2 months worth of stupid questions. My brain is racking. There's some pretty killer ones in here.
Speaking of racking, pardon my hacking,
I'm yakking at this.
and no backtracking. No, but for real, I've
Uh-huh.
been sick, and it's going to be gross. I'm sorry.
No, we are going back to our roots.
Back to our roots.
Our first 10 podcasts were just us coughing forever.
Yes.
So, we're back. We're doing a
We're
reboot,
back.
guys.
Let's do it. We're in it. Stupid questions.
Stupid questions.
Let's go.
All right. Hey, Brett,
What?
what color is a mirror? Now here's my idea.
Yeah.
Mirrors reflect light,
You're not wrong.
but when it's made, it has to be made with a color.
Why is that?
Well, I don't think there's the element of mirror.
A color is not an element.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying there's nothing that we have that isn't Like, what's a mirror made out of?
What color is a diamond?
White. Which at that point, are we talking about the absence of color?
Yes, we are.
So, mirror.
Yeah.
What makes up a mirror?
Silver.
So that's the color then?
Glass.
Silver and glass.
Silver and glass.
Oh, my
Silver
favorite
and glass.
Christmas song. I mean, because sometimes you look at it as rainbow. So is it the color rainbow? Is the color all colors?
It is a many-colored beast.
Mm-hmm. Is it like silver? Because it's made with silver.
That's what I think of in my head as silver.
How do they turn?
It's not actually made with silver.
How do you make
It's
a mirror?
glass.
It's not glass.
Of course it is.
I mean, it's partially glass, but glass is like you can see through it. Mirror you can't see through.
It's a reflective. It's a rare.
So how do you make it?
reflective
How do you
glass.
make it reflective?
Silver?
So you just pour silver on it. And it's like I can. See
I don't think it
me.
has anything to do with silver.
No, I think there is silver. I think.
Like the metal?
Yeah,
What?
like sterling silver.
No, I don't think there is.
So, what color is it?
Silver.
That's your answer. A mirror is silver.
Yeah. A mirror is the color of whatever room it's in.
All right, that's profound. I'm happy and sad with that answer.
Aren't we all mirrors, Tim?
We are the color of our lives.
Reflecting our surroundings.
Yes, what our surroundings show is what we are.
Yeah.
So silver
Silver.
is the answer. So a mirror's color is silver.
A mirror is a reflection of those whom will it so.
What?
Will it to be.
That is stupid questions. Brett made it more stupid
Is
than I think that I can handle.
Is that all stupid questions?
I mean, I have a bunch, but I should. Okay, one more. This one's a
All right,
quickie.
okay.
Can steam melt your eyeballs? If there's enough powerful steam and it hits your eyeballs, can it melt it?
Yes.
Why?
You didn't say there was a follow-up question.
Dude, this is an essay for
Because
90%
in
of your
Silent
grade.
Hill, when the officer is being held over the flames,
Yes,
her eyes start melting.
but that's
And-
fire.
No, it's steam. It was a steam-only witch burning,
Oh, I see. That's
where they boil water
mm-hmm.
and just hover. It's like steaming vegetables,
Oh, okay.
but it's a falsely accused witch instead.
All right.
This feels maybe offensive to falsely
Witches?
accused witches.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know. You can't be too cautious anymore.
I know there are a lot of different people out there,
So, steam,
and I think it would have to be pressurized because I don't think you could just
the
stare.
witch?
Yes, the witch.
Yeah.
No.
Steam can melt a pressurized witch.
That's not on a t-shirt by next week. I don't know what we're doing
I'm
here.
wearing it now.
No,
I'm not.
that was a good magic trick though. So steam melt eyeballs, maybe.
I mean, I said yes right off the bat.
Right, you did.
I don't know why you're making up answers for me.
Because we didn't discuss it properly. You went to witches for some reason.
You asked me why,
Uh-huh.
and I cited the one example I know.
But it's fire.
Yeah, but, all right, I guess it's fire.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of the smoke as steam, but that's just smoke.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Smoke would only hurt your eyes. I don't
But
think
if
it melts
fire
it.
can melt it, steam can melt it.
Can it though?
Think of something fire can melt. Go.
Wood.
No, fire burns wood. It doesn't melt it.
Can fire be wet?
No, you just say that. Think of something fire can melt.
Straws.
Yeah, steam can melt straws. Think of
Okay.
something else fire can melt.
Eyeballs.
Boom, steam can melt it. Done. Scientific experiment complete.
Okay, butter. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
melt butter with steam. But that's
You're like trying to stump yourself
I am.
so hard that you're only having this cut. You're like, okay, butter. Yeah, you can melt butter. Like you're just going
Good
back.
job, Tim. Butter.
Go ahead. What else you got? Plastic. Boom. Yep. Steam can melt it.
Yeah, but there's got to be something. Can you melt steak?
No, you can cook it or
But
burn it.
You can't melt it?
No.
There's no way to melt steak. What if you hit
Maybe.
it with a laser?
Maybe.
Anyway, steam. Do you think steam can hit the temperature of fire?
Of heat? Can steam hit the temperature of heat?
Can it hit the temperature of heat? Can it hit the highest peak of heat?
Well, steam has to be hot.
Right, but is there a limit to how
I don't know.
hot?
Can steam get as hot as fire? Is that the question?
Yeah, I guess so.
How hot is fire? Is fire only as hot as fire is?
Yeah.
Can you have hotter fire than other fire? Can one fire be hotter than the other? Or
yes, but how do we make it hotter?
does fire just have a standard heat?
What is the heat of fire? What is the temperature of
is
fire?
it always one temperature? It's not, right?
I don't think so.
It can't be. When I turn my stove up, am I making the fire hotter or bigger?
Oh man. What the heck is going on? Okay, hold on.
What?
I feel like I went to school and learned nothing.
Yeah. That's partially accurate.
How do you make hotter?
How does Superman fly faster?
Oh my god. This is going back to the Flash. Can the Flash cook at the speed of
Cooking?
heat?
You can only cook as fast as you can cook. Way to throw it back.
Oh man. There's so many layers. All right, I got to do some serious research.
Yeah.
Because I bet everyone's like screaming at the screen or their headphones right now because it's like obvious why fire gets hot. I can't speak. But how does it get hotter?
I don't know. I don't feel like I have a ready answer for that.
Would it be more gas?
Or
more oxygen? No, that makes it bigger, doesn't it?
yeah, but is it hotter? Is it hotter?
Does it? That's
Well, answer to your question, steam can absolutely melt your eyeballs.
okay.
That's
I think I agree with that. But
Yeah.
I want to know how hot the steam has to be to make your eyeballs melt.
That's a great question. The new question here is, at what temperature does an eyeball start to melt? That I don't know, Tim.
That is not the stupid question I asked, so
That
it's
is-
okay.
Yeah, maybe another day.
Well, thanks guys for listening to that stupid segment of stupid questions.
That was a good one.
What do you got? What else?
I got TV.
You got TV?
You got TV?
Uh,
You don't have to.
well, you got to go. So let's go to TV.
Let's do it.
'Kay.
Television. So I got a couple things.
Television. Oh,
Number one.
yes.
New Girl is over.
Oh, the series ended.
Season 7 happened. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Happened all at once, right? It was on Hala.
Uh-huh.
Hulu. There it
For
is.
you not Brett enthusiasts.
Right. Welcome back. We're back.
I mean, I'm a Brett enthusiast.
Yes.
'Kay.
Very enthusiastic.
So New
about
Girl, dead.
it. New Girl's dead. So season 6 ended. Great finale. I loved it.
Mhm.
I've been talking about the show for a hot minute.
Yep.
There was one weird season in between it all. I think it was 3
Mhm.
where I was kind of unenthused, but either end of that weird season, great.
Mhm.
One of my favorite comedies ever. And so season 6 ended. And there was talk about season 7. I felt like I was waiting for it forever. All of a sudden, it was like, hey, New Girl aired. And then I swear, like, next thing I knew, it was like season finale. And I was like, what? That was
Wow.
quick. So I go on Hulu, and I'm like, oh, there's only, like, some of the season is up, but not all of it, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
So we're watching it.
That's typical for Hulu. It shows like 5 episodes.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but
Mhm.
it was only, like, so it was like 1 through 7.
Mm-hmm.
So we're watching it one night, or 8, I think. We get to episode 8. And that's it. It's 8 episodes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So it's a wicked short season.
Wicked short final season.
Wow.
It's a fun season. The episodes are good. They do a
Mhm.
lot of really big things in a really short time. And the final episode, I was like, it literally ended. And I was like, wait, is that it?
Mhm.
That's the end? It was kind of like uneventful. Well, there's a major event and a callback
Yep.
that makes sense for the end of a series.
Mhm.
This one in particular. But it felt like, oh,
Now, do you
it's
think
done?
that was your reaction because you didn't know it was the ending? Like, if you knew the ending was coming, if you knew that was the last episode, do you think it would have a greater impact?
That's a good question. I had read something prior that said the final episode of New Girl was kind of lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
So when this ended, I was like, oh, wait, is this like what I was reading about, because I was expecting it to be like as many episodes as the others. This is a fraction. I mean, the last few seasons have been like 20-something episodes.
Yeah,
each.
generally that's how it is with sitcoms because they're only 30-minute episodes.
Yeah, exactly,
so
exactly.
Like,
so what I read was that the when season 6 ended, there was some question about whether or not the show was over, just as far as like getting everyone together, and I think there were some things with like scripting and getting it all.
You think everyone got too famous and it became difficult to film?
No, I what I had read was just coordination was difficult, and I think everything had to happen relatively quickly, but they decided, because season 6, the show technically could have ended on that last episode with some of the things that they did. But I guess there was a decision made to like, no, let's go back. Let's wrap some things up. And they did some major events. It time jumps 3 years from the end of season 6 to the beginning of 7. So a lot of stuff has happened. Some people have kids. Things have changed. And it's a fun handful of episodes, but it feels like a little bit of a weak ending as far as like the episode just felt like, oh, and now it's over. I love the show, the series as a whole. I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
It's one of the few that I've ever seen that I would definitely start from the beginning and watch all again. But it's over now.
Yeah, it happens with sitcoms. There's, for some reason, they never, or very rarely do they plan on the ending ahead of time, but the ending always seems abrupt because you're with these characters for so long, and the type of show that a sitcom is, it's like you are watching their lives happen.
Right.
So it's almost like seeing a friend for a last time or family member or whatever.
Yeah.
So with sitcoms, it always has this curse of bad endings because you're so invested, all these characters, all this time, just for them to be happy to have a good ending, but you can't accept it how it is.
It just, it felt a little bit, I don't know, I guess maybe that's part of it. It was, it did feel a little bit abrupt. They used an ongoing joke from the series to wrap it up, which was, I would say that was well done. Like, I saw the intention and what the goal was there, but it wasn't like, I don't know what I wanted. Like, I know some shows will do like the long drawn out, like really sad goodbyes kind of thing.
Yep.
This wasn't that, which was made it kind of made sense for the series and for the characters. It was a more ridiculous ending, and it was funny, but I still felt like, that's it. So New Girl.
New Girl's all done.
It's all done.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I haven't seen New Girl, but How I Met Your Mother, like, similar in that regard, where the ending, like, it just went on a little longer than it needed to, you know? The last season was like, it was a lot just dealing with one specific event throughout the whole season. And then obviously the show is How I Met Your Mother, so you learn who the mother is and her situation. But that only gets dealt with in like maybe 3 or 4 episodes. And you want a whole season with the mother. You want to see how the relationship blossomed and all that stuff. But it led to a good ending, but a very polarizing ending. People either loved it or hate it. So and
this one was more This one was more of like a lukewarm. Like, I don't think anyone will love or hate this. I think people will. It'll just somewhere in the middle. It's just like, oh, I guess that's how they end.
And maybe that's smart, you know, not to like cater to a specific group of fans who wanted like these people to be together, or if they are together, like maybe you wanted more from it or
that's
something.
That's a good point. I mean, part of it is, I think overall it maybe felt rushed, and because
with only 8 episodes, that's a lot.
8 episodes,
or
they
not
jumped
enough
3 years
for all the content that could be done.
And it's like, it's all still in there. Like, there are, there's like a wedding, and there are kids born, and there are all these like big life events that happen in 8 episodes, 30-minute episodes, So, it just felt a little bit rushed. Although I go back and forth, and I'm like, would I really have preferred it to have ended on the last episode of season 6? I don't know, because it definitely wasn't expected, but it could have. The way that it ended it, they could have called it there. Yep. But I do like that we got these last episodes. They were funny. There were some really, really like clutch jokes that, had me and Rachel just like rolling. Like, and at this point, like, you love these characters, so it's just fun to watch. So I'm glad that we have those extra episodes. But as far as the ending, I was a little like, oh man, that's a very symbolic ending. What they chose to do, I was like, okay, conceptually, that was a good call. It makes a lot of sense.
She becomes the new girl again.
and no. I don't know.
Sorry,
now I can't say no.
If I spoiled,
if I say no, then
I know the spoiler curse.
No, it's just what they did was like they took a symbol of the whole series and did something with that, you know. And it's like, okay, yeah, I see that. I don't know what I would have preferred otherwise. I think it could have just been the length of the season, but overall a great show. Wrapped that up. Also,
yes,
started a new show after New Girl was over. May have even been the same night. I have some stuff in my stuff on Hulu, as it is so labeled.
Stuff.
Have you, sir, ever watched Marvel's The Gifted?
No, but I've heard about it.
Oh my gosh.
Really good?
It is very well done.
Really? Is this a Hulu original or was this on FX? Or maybe if you don't know.
I want to say.
Yeah, it might be on Fox
actually.
Because there was Legion and then The Gifted, which just recently came out.
It did, yeah. So it's 13 episodes. I have 2 episodes left. It is something else. Let me find out really quick the origin of it.
Yeah.
Because
Marvel. It's
where the heck is it?
You know, Cloak and Dagger came out.
It's out already?
Or the first episode, I think, is out. Nothing else yet, but that came out of nowhere. I knew they were working on it, but I was like, oh, Cloak and Dagger, that's interesting.
Fox.
Fox, okay.
Cloak and Dagger looks great.
Yep.
We're good. I did not break the chair.
No, you're fine. If you fall mid-podcast, that'd be so great.
So yeah, that would be pretty great. So yeah, it's a Fox show, Marvel show, and it's very, very good. Takes place in the X-Men universe. It focuses on a family who is kind of shaken up by finding out that the 2 kids their teenagers are mutants. So the father is a prosecutor who focuses largely on prosecuting mutants. And so that their family's just kind of like everything's shaken up when they find out that the kids are mutants. And it takes a lot of focus. A lot of focus is put on the mutant underground. So there is this hideaway where all these mutants are, some who have been chosen by the X-Men to kind of lead this mutant underground. And really it's a super intense drama. Like it's funny because the description on Hulu is like this family adventure drama or whatever it says, and the word family being in there makes it feel like is it gonna be like goofy or like it's intense, dude. Like one thing that I wanted to talk about with this show is it is almost every single episode has a feeling of frustration that is like difficult for me to contain. It's almost a hard show to watch because of it, for multiple reasons, the least of which is not the racial implications that come along with the whole mutant thing in the X-Men universe. You know, the political aspect of it, people holding signs that say "Go home, mutie," and like showing up on the lawns of parents whose kids are mutants with like guns and stuff like that. And it's like so parallel to a broken society like ours who have like issues with people's differences and things like that. It's so frustrating to watch because of the ignorance on these people, because in a show like this it takes you to the mutants and shows you what they're dealing with, and then it takes you to the people who like want them cast out and don't understand what they're even coming against. You know what I mean? They're just confused or misled.
It is so difficult as a viewer to watch it because, and I mean, if you are, you know, that way you have issues with people, I mean, whatever, it's not good, but whatever. But when you have a good head on your shoulders and you're just like, you know, people are people, they're going to do what they want. It's so difficult to watch other people like that because you're like, do you not see? Like, it's with talking to these people, figuring out they are just like you. We're all the same. It doesn't matter what we're wearing, what we look like. Doesn't matter. We're all the same.
Right.
And it's so frustrating because in your head you're like, it's easy. Just talk to the guy.
Well, and in these stories with mutants and in the X-Men universe, like they highlight and amplify all of the worst things. So they'll show you the politician like what's the word, like pandering to an audience of people who want to be like anti-mutant, and then show that politician walk through the hallway with his mutant bodyguard. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
Yep.
That's like hypocrisy and lies and all this stuff. But then also not only that, like that's frustrating to watch, but then you see things that are okay, so you know in a show or a movie when someone is lying to multiple different people and you know it as the viewer, but they don't know it.
Yep.
And they've convinced these like two separate parties to go do something and you know they're going to be mad at each other, but it's all because this person lied.
Yep.
That kind of frustration is in like every single episode.
Oh, that's so
And
bad.
like,
That makes me so bad.
It really is. It's super difficult, and there's a lot of like emotional stuff that goes on, really intense, like high stakes stuff. Literally the last 2 episodes that Rachel and I watched, by the end of them, my mouth was like hanging open. Like literally like I can't believe they did that. And it's very, very intense. Like I said, we're 11 episodes in. We have 2 left. It's the first season. I don't know what the plans are for future seasons, but it's very, very good. And it's really cool. Like as far as like the powers and how often they get used and the effects and things like that. Overall, it's really, really cool. One familiar face to me was Jamie Chung. She plays Mulan in Once Upon a Time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she's in a couple other things that I've seen her in before. But so she plays Blink. And then there is what are the other mutants? There's Eclipse, Polaris, Thunderbird,
sweet name.
Dreamer. Yeah, so there's a bunch of different mutants in it. And it's a really well done story. There's a lot of different dynamics between politics, family, like the mutant underground. It's really, really intense. It's a pretty cool show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I absolutely suggest it. I think that's all I've watched.
You didn't watch or have you watched Legion at all?
I have not.
You haven't. Okay.
That might be what we hit next, because we will probably finish this either tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah. Nothing
super
is
intense.
better than a compelling TV show because, like, I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. recently.
Yeah.
It's Ghost Rider season, so season 3 or 4. I don't remember what season it is.
It's not 5? Isn't that this last season?
No, because they go to space in that one, right? They're not in space yet where I am.
Isn't it like first half of the season is Ghost Rider?
Well, it's Ghost Rider, and then it switches to AIM, or not AIM, but Ada, the robot lady.
Oh.
So it could still be the second half of the season.
Dude, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I forget where the seasons break up, but
anyways, it's crazy how many twists and turns go on in that show too. You know, it's just like all over the place with the deception, and I think that's what makes shows so interesting is the I don't even know, the layers of lies and twists that happen with all these characters, and you're like,
drama and suspense.
the drama. They got good writers out there. I'm just excited for TV shows. There's just good things out there. You know?
Well, I was particularly excited because I was looking at my queue on Hulu the other day, and I have a bunch of stuff that I've been dying to watch, like Preacher, Lucifer, The Gifted, Legion. There are a couple other ones in there that I was like, there's a lot of like comic book and supernatural, like suspense kind of shows out there that are just like super up my alley. And when The Gifted was as good as it was, like, because there are so many outlets for like just media in general now, you never really know what you're getting into. And I had heard like Inhumans wasn't very good, and
I didn't even watch it.
I haven't watched it yet.
Got canceled, but
yeah, that's in my queue. I'll probably watch it at some point. But The Gifted was like a crazy surprise right from episode 1. I was like, oh wow. And just it's nonstop. I mean, some of the suspense, like you're talking about, like twists and turns. There's one character, literally, I want to say it was like 3 full episodes. You know something's off about her, but they don't give you anything for like 3 full episodes. And then when they reveal it, it's like this really, really big deal. It's not like she seems like this side character and something goes down and you're like, wow, what an intense payoff. Like it's just crazy. I have no idea how they're going to end the season. There's so much going on, some really like shocking moments in the last couple episodes. So
are there any like popular X-Men in it or anything?
No,
or
only
mentioned to anything?
Not really. A couple references to like this particular event, but no one really called out by name other than the X-Men. And we know that the X-Men are not really around. They've chosen these mutants for the mutant underground, and that's kind of all you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but highly recommend.
Yeah, that's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, you can watch it whether or not you've seen any like X-Men or anything like that. It's very much standalone.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But it's very wonderfully done.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I might watch it.
You should.
I mean, I will at some point.
Right.
Right now?
No.
Okay. Good.
But.
Well, you want to go to the movies? 'Cause
Yeah,
we were
sure.
talking about mutants, and there's a good connection we could do right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, let's go to the movies. What's this amazing segue you're dying to make?
So, mutants. Yeah, that's great. Good talk. Deadpool 2 came out.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Did you see it?
No.
Ah!
I know, dude. It's garbage.
The movie, or it's garbage that you didn't
It's
see?
garbage. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
How could you miss it? It's a
I don't
modern
know.
classic.
I know. Isn't it still in theaters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just sad that you didn't see
I am
it.
too.
Well, I'll just do a quick review then.
All right.
Deadpool 2 was awesome. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they, I mean, everyone knows it's good. Everyone probably saw it at this point, so I don't have to say much.
I've heard nothing but amazing things.
Mhm.
I've heard that they really ramped it up, so to speak.
Yes, they certainly,
in
I
many
feel
ways.
like they had a higher budget this time around.
Yeah.
For sure. Because there was a lot more mutants in it. A lot more, definitely like special effects and fights and weapons and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The story was great. You know, it actually dealt with some more emotional Deadpool things
Okay.
that I didn't expect from it at all. You know, I just expected more fun, more explosions, which there definitely was.
Yeah.
Some heavy things though, which is good.
Okay. Cool.
And the same thing as Gifted, it dealt with like the segregation between mutants and humans, and
Yeah.
how like mutants have a specific jail for themselves as opposed to like humans in a separate jail. And there's a lot of like of that X-Men segregation type deal.
Yeah.
But overall, the movie, I mean, it was fantastic. It was hilarious. It was, I mean, Cable was incredible.
Oh,
Freaking
yeah.
Josh Brolin is like the luckiest guy right now
It's
to be
insane.
both Thanos and Cable.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Which they make a beautiful Thanos joke.
Oh, they have to.
It's so perfect. But yeah, it was Deadpool. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Would you do you like it better than the first one? Is it like hard to say because the first one's the first one?
The first one is the first
Yeah.
one. I actually might like the second one more because, I mean, you're right in it. You know, the first one's like obviously the origin of Deadpool.
Sure. Yeah.
So there's like that big chunk at the beginning where you see his origin. But in this one, you already know who Deadpool is, so you just go action, action, action. Like it's just constant Deadpool mayhem. So
I want to go see it right now.
yeah, it's great. It's great.
Sounds wonderful.
Have you seen any movies recently? Watched anything else?
I actually did watch something recently, kind of
Mhm.
unexpected. Netflix original, The Cobbler,
Oh.
with Adam Sandler.
Oh.
Did you watch it?
It was in my queue, but I decided I didn't want to watch
It's
it.
not bad.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's tough with modern Adam Sandler because he has had a string of bad movies. So I think because of that stigma, I've personally just stayed away from it but I should give it a chance. I did watch one movie, The Do-Over.
Yeah.
That was the one with David Spade and Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
So did you see that one?
I saw that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty all right.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
didn't think it was terrible.
and it's funny. I've always liked David Spade. I don't know why though.
Me
Like,
too. I've always liked David Spade.
and I don't know. I can't place why, but I've always just if I see him in a movie, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch that.
So I have him locked in as like a favorite from back in the day because one of my favorite movies ever is Tommy Boy,
Mhm.
and he and Chris Farley were always
Right.
like the dynamic duo.
Mhm.
So and then he did a movie called Lost and Found, which I thought was really funny.
I don't know if I saw that one.
So that was I believe it was like shortly after Chris Farley died. Not
Mhm.
that necessarily has like any connection to it. It was
Mhm.
just I remember seeing him like in his own movie,
Mhm.
and prior to that, like he and Chris Farley were in so many movies together.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just the two. I don't know. They did so much
It
together.
just they were always associated.
Yeah,
together.
absolutely. Ever since SNL and stuff
Mhm.
like that. But Lost and Found was funny, and then I just like David Spade. He's there's something about his attitude and the way he talks.
Yep.
And he's just really funny.
Mhm.
So yeah, I did see that one. I thought that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable. Like it was just a fun, like
It seemed weird. Like what was the premise?
Was that the one where like don't they fall into some kind of crazy like drug heist?
Oh, the
or
do.
something
Sorry, I
like
was
that?
talking about the Cobbler.
Oh,
I was like, yeah. Well, the do-over I saw it recently enough where I remember. Basically, Adam Sandler is like a nobody,
yeah.
and he wants to restart his life. So he gets David Spade involved in this, and he lies to him for a long time. Spoilers, a little spoiler for the movie. But he lies to him throughout the movie, saying like, "Oh, I'm this guy, I'm this guy, I'm this guy." So, anyways, they kill themselves, but just like go and live their own lives. But it ends up being this huge string of like connected.
They fake their deaths, right?
Right,
Is that-
exactly.
okay.
Yeah. Fake their deaths.
That's right. I remember now.
Yeah, and it was good. It was all right. You know.
Did we? I feel like we might have talked about this on the podcast.
Maybe.
Like I might have brought it up.
You might have brought it up because I didn't see it till maybe a month ago. Like I watched it recently enough where we didn't do a podcast since then. So
yeah, so I don't know. It was the Cobbler was maybe along those same lines. Like it was fun. It had a couple funny parts. You know, and overall like it's not something I'm gonna like rewatch a ton or anything like that. But essentially the premise is he is a cobbler. He he has a shop that has run in his family for generations, and he has this one machine that when he uses it on shoes, he can, if he puts on the shoes that he worked on, the person who walked in those shoes, he becomes.
That's an interesting concept.
So, and then there's this whole, story into it. There's a reveal later on that you may or may not see coming. That's kind of cool. And
the shoes he was wearing wasn't his.
This place has been vacant for years. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's like the circumstances in which I watched it was like we were just hanging out with some friends and just looking for something, to put on, and one of our friends had seen it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's not bad," and we watched it, and he was right. It's not bad. It's nothing crazy, but it wasn't bad.
But can you trust a man or a woman's opinion if they see it once and then decide to see it again by their own choice?
Well, it was a movie that they trusted. See, it's hard when you're in a group of people and you have to choose something to watch. That can be tough.
Well, that's when you put on, I don't know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's what I was saying.
Or Saw.
Or Hostel.
Yeah, those family-friendly movies.
Yeah, any Rob Zombie movie.
That's what I'm saying. See? Freaking The
Appeals
Hills
to
Have
everyone.
Eyes.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I can't watch The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, my God.
It's like the worst.
I've only seen the second one.
That's the worst one.
I know, and that's why I'm like, I have no
like,
interest.
Who is this for? I don't know, man.
Granted, I like Saw. I like
Saw
the
was
gore.
good.
I like all of them.
I don't like Hostel.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, so you don't like all. Shut up.
No, I like all the Saws.
Oh, all the Saws.
Yeah.
I've only seen like 1 and 3.
That's all you need to see.
No, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, the original trilogy's good.
Yeah.
The rest is just like
True.
gory madness. But
Yeah.
I still, it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
That and Mario Brothers.
The movie?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah, it's great.
So the Cobbler's all right. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
If you like Adam Sandler at all, which I do, I don't not like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody dislikes Adam Sandler. Well, I bet there are people who dislike
yeah,
him. But
there are people who like.
But because of his recent string of bad movies, I don't think anybody hates him because he had all of his good movies in the past.
Yeah.
But nobody's, I think, willing to give him a chance anymore.
I think it's cool that he's still doing as much as he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing with Netflix, doing all the movies that he did with Netflix, and then just I don't know, staying busy and producing, and
I mean, it's good for him.
absolutely. I don't know. Was the Cobbler a Netflix original?
Yeah, I think so. Because he had, I think it was 5 movies, and it was.
I'm so sorry.
Let's see if I can list them off the top of my head.
All right, do it.
Do-Over.
Yep.
Cobbler.
Yep.
That one. The West one.
Oh.
Ridiculous 6.
Yep.
Ooh, that was spicy.
That was spicy.
There's one where it's like Horowitz something, I think.
Sandy Wexler.
I don't think it's Sandy Wexler. It's like the Horowitz Chronicles or something. I could be wrong. He pulled it up now. I give up. You win.
Oh. The Meyerowitz story?
Yeah, that one.
I don't know if the Cobbler's a Netflix original.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't say it.
have the Netflix thing on it.
I really thought it was, though.
Me too.
Hmm.
But then there's Sandy Wexler
Okay.
and True Memoirs of an International Assassin. That's the Kevin James one.
Right.
That
I
was
think he
kinda
has
fun.
other ones on there other than the 5, but.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So I saw that. I think I don't know that I've watched many other movies other than that, to be honest.
Any other movies?
Yeah. Lots of television. Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine also last season ended. It's not a movie, but that's another thing I've been watching.
Well, but it wasn't. It got canceled and then they got picked up.
Yeah,
again.
but the season ended.
Oh, okay. It was just
So.
Was it a good? Say it got canceled. Was it a good series finale?
Major cliffhanger. So
no.
Okay. Literally, last sentence is a cliffhanger.
Okay.
So
that's pretty funny.
Right.
Actually.
Yeah. So
I wonder if next season is going to start with him finishing the sentence.
It might.
Yeah.
Knowing this show, that would not surprise me at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I freaking love Brooklyn.
That's good. That's exciting that we live in an age where we can get shows revived instantly.
Literally, what, overnight?
Yeah, everyone. There were petitions, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. They were just bring the show back, and
Crazy,
I think
dude.
NBC picked it up.
I think so. Yeah.
Fox dropped it. That's the other thing. Fox is horrific with shows, so don't like shows on Fox.
Yeah, I know, right?
They cancel.
So
much.
The Gifted.
I know. That's why when you were talking about it, I was like, I hope it doesn't get canceled.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I say that because I really don't think I've watched many movies lately.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I rewatched recently? And it might be one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that's a statement.
Rise of the Guardians.
Oh, is that the owl one or is that the one with all the
Yeah, Jack Frost.
Yeah, okay. That one's pretty good.
Dude, I love that movie.
You love it.
It makes me cry every time I watch it.
It's not that sad.
No, it's just
you're just you get so overwhelmed,
dude.
You like
it's
it so much.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's so all Jack Frost story throughout the whole thing.
Yep.
And what's his name?
The Easter Bunny.
The Boogeyman guy. Dark? Do they call him Dark?
I think so, or the Darkness, or something.
Boogie,
Mr. Boogie.
No, that's Sinister. They call him Mr. They call the guy Mr. Boogie and Sinister.
I thought that was Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, that's Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie.
Yeah.
So he's Bagul in
Bagul.
Sinister. Bagul.
Also Mr. Boogie. Oh, just saying Bagul freaked me out.
I know.
Freaking loves it.
No, that's a good transition to. Well, you still want to talk about?
We don't have to. I just that movie is great, and that movie is great.
Yeah, and I feel what
Pitch.
you feel.
He's called Pitch.
Pitch. Oh, for Pitch Black, Pitch Dark.
Super cool.
It is super cool. I totally get your feeling because I'm the same way with Kingdom Hearts. Anything Kingdom Hearts related, I'm like, my heart stops.
When's the last time you watched Rise of the Guardians?
Probably a year after it came out.
All right,
I didn't see it in theaters.
Next time you're just I just want to throw something on. Just put it on.
Put it on. Where did you have it on DVD? Or?
I do own it actually. I think it's on Netflix. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whatever. I remember it being good. I liked it,
dude,
but
it's not good. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Speaking of, have you seen the Wreck-It Ralph trailer where it shows all the Disney princesses, modern day? Oh my God, it's wicked cool. So there's a.
This is for a new Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, so Wreck-It Ralph 2 saves the internet or destroys the internet, whatever it's called. I think it's save the internet. Anyway, so they go into the World Wide Web, and a part during the trailer, Vanellope, which.
Yeah.
I always liked her name for some reason, Vanellope. It's a good play on words.
It's awesome.
Anyways, so she stumbles upon the Disney portion of the internet, and so she goes into the Disney castle, and there's all Disney princesses, but made modern.
Yeah.
So you see Ariel, Cinderella, but they're all 3D animated.
Oh. Cool.
So it's wicked cool just to see them modern take, and on top of that they have Elsa and Anna and all, but I don't know. I thought it was just so cool to see them all modern,
that
3D rendered and all that stuff. So, anyways,
can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about Sinister. I saw a movie recently that it's definitely top 5 scariest movies I've ever seen.
Hereditary.
Really? Ooh, that movie is a trip.
So. That was a total guess because I've just been seeing it bounce around everywhere.
And it's good that it's getting around because it's one of those movies. It's like The Witch, It's one of those
The
Witch. Yeah, The Witch. But it's the same studio that released The Witch, so I feel like they're gonna have this kind of legacy of these slow burning, thoughtful horror films. Not traditional horror films.
Sure.
So, and that's the main thing with Hereditary. So I went into this movie blind.
Yeah.
I heard about it. I didn't. I think I saw a trailer like months and months ago. Totally forgot what it was. And the only reason I saw it was because the reviews were off the walls. They said this is like, right up there with Sinister, with Insidious. It's like
really,
yeah. So it's Conjuring. It's like one of those top tier horror movies. So I was like, we got to see it.
Yeah.
So I went with Mom and everybody in the house, and there's been it's been a long time since I felt physically uncomfortable from seeing a horror movie.
Yeah.
And that movie was so...
It did it?
It did it. It did it real, like 2 hours straight. I woke up. That's what it felt like in the movie. I stood up after and I was stiff because I was tense the entire film.
Wow.
So the story behind this movie is a grandmother in the family dies.
Okay.
Your main character. Well, you watch a family as they react to what happens after the grandmother dies.
Yeah.
And in the family there is the schizophrenia, like all these mental diseases that runs in the family.
Yeah.
So that going into the film with the idea of Hereditary, and then they talk about it early on, you think it's going to be like a psychological type thriller.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Okay.
You had to kind of determine it for yourself, and that's all I'm going to say, because it's one of those movies where you shouldn't watch the trailer, just go in blind. There's something. It's a slow burn, an incredible slow burn.
Yeah.
Like you watch the entire movie for the last 30 minutes.
Wow.
It's just thinking about it. There are just scenes that stick with me like to this day, and there's just noises and sound effects that you hear in everyday life, but in the movie it's amplified so much that it's scary to hear in real life.
Really?
Like a knock on the wall or something. I'm like I just get shaken because it's I don't know. It was such a powerfully horrific film.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was a mixture. Some of the best horror score I've ever heard.
Really?
Like just the mixtures of the I don't even know what instruments they were using.
Well, that's a big part of what did it for me with Sinister, is the sounds are unbelievable in that movie.
It's right up there. And it's not even a soundtrack. It's just more of like just creepy ambient noise that's held throughout the whole movie. It's once again, I always have trouble talking about things that nobody's seen yet or that's new, because I want to say all these awesome scenes where things happen, but I can't. I don't want to explain it. Don't want to ruin it. But just take my word, it's pretty freaking creepy. It's weird though. It's a hard pill to swallow by the end, because you're like, you think a lot after.
Okay.
It's a very thought-invoking film.
Do you know what studio it is that put it out?
I believe it's A24, I think is what it's called. Let me look it up to be sure.
Because before this, I felt like Blumhouse was like the corner on the horror market.
And there was another one, the one where they look through a keyhole and there's a skull on the other side.
Is it Ghost Key?
Maybe it's Ghost House, maybe? Well, no.
Is it Blumhouse and Ghost House?
That would be weird. But yeah, it was certainly a special movie, that was.
Are we both looking stuff up right now?
I know, it's just don't worry about it. Oh, wow. Yeah, 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's just surprising.
Really?
Yeah. It's surprising how, for a horror movie to get that high of a score is always just surprising to me. It's got to be worth watching. But,
yeah, absolutely. Man, I got Blumhouse.
A24, yeah. So that's the distributor.
Okay.
And
it is Ghost House.
It is? Yeah.
That one, right?
That's so weird.
Blumhouse and Ghost House.
Huh. Scary houses.
Right?
Ghost houses.
Oh, Ghost House was founded by Raimi?
Oh. What movies have been distributed by them?
I'm going to look it up right now. Don't Breathe, Evil Dead, Drag Me to Hell, The Grudge, and 30 Days a Night.
Well, the scariest movies ever.
That is a serious lineup.
That is some top tier horror. I really thought the new Evil Dead was really scary.
I got to revisit it. It definitely had some scary moments. There were some things I didn't like about it, but I'm also kind of a purist for the series.
True.
So. But it was its own thing for sure. So yeah, Hereditary.
Yep. Totally worth a watch. Slow burn, definitely, but wicked spooky.
I gotta watch that and The Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Witch is good. The longer I sat on it, the more I was like it was good, it was scary, but it's certainly like I won't go watch it again.
Yeah.
Hereditary I do want to watch because there's a lot of like little subtle things that once I think about it more, I'm like, ooh, spooky. But honestly, I thought it was a really great addition to the top tier horror movies, at least by the mass of people that agree. Because there's some good horror movies that nobody even knows about.
True.
Like that one.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
It's my favorite,
100%.
Bug's Life. But I think that's it for me in movies.
Yeah, same.
Have you been playing any video games?
A little bit.
A little bit?
I know we have stuff we have to talk about.
We got a lot.
Okay.
To the video games.
Mm-hmm.
Video games.
Ready?
Yes.
All right, so I know what we're here for.
Red Solo Cups, welcome to the party.
How was the final boss of Chaos Legion?
Hey, Stop.
Have you played it?
No.
For real?
I abandoned it. And you know how many games I have quit in my life?
I beat it. You didn't beat it?
No. It's impossible.
This guy over here.
I will beat it, but when I'm dead.
Where?
In heaven, that
Where
will
are
be
you?
my heaven.
Where?
I don't know. I'm in some
That
dungeon.
sounds like hell to me. You die in your curses to have to play Chaos Legion.
Oh my God! If I
Ridiculous.
that is my fate.
That's
No,
the
I'm
worst.
at a point. It's that older game curse where I screwed myself because I saved after spending my points on points. After spending, sorry, I stopped. I had to stop because my brain was like, "Tim, just say it."
Just say it.
I was
Just get
fighting
it out.
myself.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm at a point where I spent all my points and I can't. When you die in the game, you get half the XP you got for the level. So you do get points back at least so I can upgrade. But I put all my points in something that I can't use. Like you get these different legions. The guy, as you know.
They're like an assist.
Yes, exactly. But I mean, it's the only way to fight. Like some fight with fists, some have swords, all that stuff. So the one I need, I put 0 points in. And so I can't beat this level because he's such a low level. The guys don't get damaged. So what I had to keep doing is replaying the level and getting to I can get all the way to the boss, and then when I get the boss, I can't beat the boss because I just don't have the right powers.
Yeah.
So I get all the way to the boss and then die and get half the XP, but it's gonna take me like 8 or 9 more half tries, basically half XP tries to get enough to level him up once. And I don't know how many times I had to level him up because my guy, the ones I was working on are like. I think like 4 and 5, level 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And the guy I have is level 1. So I how was I supposed to know I needed that guy?
Dude, I don't know.
And I can't go back to any levels. It's just a straight story.
Yep. You're stuck.
So I'm stuck. So I mean, all I had to do is grind basically. And the game's so frustrating that I don't even want to grind because it's not fun to play. No,
I know. It's not.
So frustrating.
I don't know why.
And you can do level select after you beat the game.
Yeah.
Because there's like a super legion you can get, and you can find all of his parts. And I think there's a level after that because I looked up a guide and I was like, how close am I to the end? I think I'm on level 7, and there's 12 levels.
Sounds right.
So I'm almost there, but I didn't know I had to upgrade the guy because I didn't read the guide.
Wait till you get to the final boss.
I can't.
Someday you're gonna get to it, and that'll be the last game you ever play.
It's incredibly frustrating, and I just have too many good games on the list to sit and play Chaos Legion.
Yep. I knew you couldn't do it.
I will.
Okay.
To prove you wrong. I bet you never even beat it.
Oh, I beat it.
You have your memory card with the data?
I might actually.
That would be interesting to see.
I might have it.
I want to see it.
I'll bring it over.
That's proof. If not, then no, you have to do it again.
No,
Redo it.
I beat it.
Uh-huh.
I beat it.
Uh-huh.
I might have beat it.
Yeah. No, I don't think you did.
I'm not sure if I beat it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I beat it. I'm not sure if I have the. I know
Save.
you're making me say lies.
Yeah.
All right. What do you really want to talk about?
Well, right now it's E3. That's right. I dropped that bomb. Mic drop moment. E3, my Christmas, my gaming Christmas. It's in the middle of summer. They do it every year.
Yeah.
Big gaming convention where all the companies announce all these new games.
And Tim spends all his money.
I do. I hate E3.
How quickly you change your tune, sir.
Yes. Well, because this is it's a big marketing push. It's where all the companies show off their new games. They release pre-orders and special editions and all this stuff. So as of right now, Sony started.
What, 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be done soon.
Doesn't matter. No, I like watching it way after it's done because I can just rewind if there are any boring like sports games I skip over.
You rewind to
like I
skip
rewind
over?
to the beginning and then fast forward. Because generally what I do is shut up, Brett. It's when I click on it, it's always at the end, so that's why I had to rewind to get to the point. E3. I'm pulling up my E3 notes. So we've seen everybody up to this point. All we have left is Sony and Nintendo. Those are the only two that haven't done their events.
Right.
But Microsoft, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and EA have all gone. And
Those
Bethesda.
are some heavy hitters.
Those are the kings of the gaming industry right now.
Yeah.
So, just a quick run through of Microsoft.
Yep.
Halo Infinite.
Yep.
So, it is Halo 6, but they are going back to the roots of Halo.
Oh.
So, that's all they have is a short little teaser. There's no gameplay, no nothing.
Yep.
Looks awesome. Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited. This like genre of game is like
Metrovania is my top level of. I love those games.
And describe what that is for anyone who's unfamiliar.
It is a game. Obviously Metroid and Vania and Castlevania. Vania.
I love Supervania 4.
Super.
It's my favorite.
But it's all about exploration, and you progress through the game like it's linear for a short amount of time until you start getting powers or upgrades or different abilities, and then you get to traverse this map using these new abilities to go back and level up your character and get stronger. And so it's funny. It's almost like getting XP and leveling up, but instead of fighting guys to level up, you explore to level up.
Yep.
And that's generally the idea.
Yeah, and you gain abilities that can then expand how much you can explore.
Yeah, on
places
top of
you can
that,
get to.
fighting enemies, like it's new ways to fight enemies, and you get health and weapons and all of this awesome stuff.
And that's the thing I remember about Ori, and you can go way back on our page and or on our feed and listen to an older episode where we went in depth about Ori and the Blind Forest. But definitely one of my favorite games I played probably last year, maybe 2 years ago. It's just such a good story. The art's amazing, and the way that you build on abilities, the thing that we were just talking about, like you start off with a couple of abilities, and by the end of the game, you're almost like, how do I even know how to do these combinations of buttons to like attack, then jump, then do something else, and
stick to a wall, and then jump through a lamp, like a floating light. It's
right?
Just,
You know what? Actually, it wasn't that game we were talking about. It was but similar, completely different game. But similar with the string of buttons is
Tekken?
Nope. Over Sunset
Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive. Yeah. Where it's just a string of commands.
Yes.
You learn how to do things throughout the game, and that's when we had that conversation. But Ori, same thing.
Right.
It's that indie game vibe where it's side scrolly, but also it's not. It's more open world than just going left to right. And the art, dude, I just can't wait to see how beautiful it looks.
It is. And the gameplay they showed at E3, I don't know how they did it, but it looks so much better than the first game. It's like it was 4K rendered beautifully. Ooh, it looks so awesome. So, and it just looks like a true sequel. There's new environments, new enemies, new moves, and there was a plethora of new moves you could do. That I just couldn't even understand or think that those would be possible. Nobody would think of those. So looks awesome. Wicked exciting to see that trailer. And it's coming out. I didn't write the release, but I believe it is next year.
Okay.
2019. February, I want to say. And then Fallout 76. On Xbox, they showed a trailer for it. And they talked more about it in Bethesda. So I'll just give you the overview. Yeah. Have you played any Fallouts?
I've played 3.
And did you play it a lot or just a little bit?
Just kidding. I have played none.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
thinking of Far Cry.
I see. That is a big difference. Far Cry 3 was really good.
So good. Yeah.
So I mean, Fallout, post-apocalyptic, first-person shooter, survival, adventure game, RPG. So Fallout 76 is that game, but multiplayer.
Oh,
so
cool.
We've had 4 Fallouts up to this, or 5 if you count New Vegas. They've all been single-player adventures. Everyone's been asking and begging for multiplayer, so they did it, and it looks pretty cool. Basically, the concept is there are no humans, or the only humans in the world are other players. So you're in a game with like 24 people, and the whole map is yours to explore. And there are these launch codes, these nuclear launch codes hidden around the map, and you guys are fighting to get 5 launch codes. And basically, the first team to get 5 launch codes has control of a nuke, and they can nuke anywhere on the map.
Wow.
And that place will become uninhabitable after. But you build your own base and put all your supplies in a base, so you can attack another person's base if you want with the nuke. So, and that's it. You just survive. You just see how long you guys can live. And you could all work together and just fight monsters, or you could all kill each other and have one survivor.
Is it online only?
Yes. They said you can play it solo, but they haven't talked about a campaign if there is one.
Is Fallout, like, are the other Fallouts similar to Borderlands at all?
To a degree, yeah. You get like a bunch of missions thrown at you, and you just go and explore the world.
Yeah.
And it's pretty similar, not nearly as goofy or anything.
Yeah.
But you kill guys and you loot their bodies. You get new armor, new weapons. It's very much an RPG in a sense though, because you level up and you get better armor and weapons in that regard. But yeah, Borderlands it's pretty similar.
Okay.
So yeah, that was just exciting to see because it's like everyone's been dying for multiplayer Fallout. So
now we're getting it.
Yes, and it comes with a special edition that comes with an actual wearable helmet that
no way
you see on the cover of all the Fallout games. It's the Power Armor is what it's called.
Wow.
So it's got a headlamp on it that works and a voice modulator.
Crazy.
And then a glow-in-the-dark map, a steel book, art book, and like all the little figurines and stuff. I got that. I bought it.
You did?
Yeah.
How much?
$200.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
My train of thought is this is going to be incredibly rare and expensive later.
Yep.
Because I've seen it time and time again with special editions.
Goggles.
You know, there's a God of War one that I really want for the new God of War that came out on PS4. $400. At the time, it was $130.
What is it?
It comes with a huge statue of
Kratos.
Atreus and Kratos, but Atreus is Kratos' son. But yeah, and then a bunch of just cool little knickknacks and stuff. And after playing the game, I was like, man, I want all these cool collectibles.
Yeah.
And there's just no way. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna splurge a little bit because if it's not as cool as I think, I can sell it.
Oh yeah.
No and get problem. Good money for it. So that looked cool. And then of course, my favorite, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3.
You actually got a release date.
A release date. They actually announced the date the day before because the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra is going on again. It's a new tour. So they're doing some samples from Kingdom Hearts 3 in this tour.
Nice.
But it was weird that they announced it right before E3 instead of actually at E3. Not a big deal. Whatever. January 29th, 2019.
7 days after your birthday.
7 days after. It's a gift to me from the gods.
So you get to take a week off to just prep yourself mentally and emotionally.
Yep.
And then a month off to indulge.
Yes. That game is going to consume my life.
Yeah.
So that is incredible. I've been waiting 13 years.
Which is
since
insane.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
So crazy.
Which we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 6 games since then or 7 spin-off games.
Yeah.
Which they're all integral to this, or very important to the story. You know, they almost feel like true sequels. But Kingdom Hearts 3. So I was off the walls. So the trailer also showed Frozen. They added Frozen as a new world. Yep. Cool, I guess. You know, I'm not hating on it. I'm not super excited. It's but it seems like they're taking Pixar and modern Disney movies. Okay. Because I've seen Wreck-It Ralph, Tangled. Monsters Inc.
Okay.
So it seems like they're going more Pixar and modern than Mulan. Hercules.
That's cool though. I mean, there's a lot to tap into.
They did show Hercules. That was the only one I could think of.
Oh, sick.
But you're right. I think it's cool that they're doing the modern stuff.
Yeah.
Because at least Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, you recycled worlds or you saw the same characters, which is cool. But I love traversing through all the Disney worlds.
Sure.
So that was awesome. Kingdom Hearts. Special edition for that too was announced. I got it as well. The usual stuff, art book, steel book, collectible pin.
But also
play arts figures.
Yeah. How do you not?
How do you not? So if you don't know what play arts is, they make... Is he chewing a wire?
No, I don't know what he's doing.
Oscar, you all right? Kitty cat? He's just being weird.
Like, what is...
He's doing like death claws. But if you don't know what, is it Play Arts Kai? Is that what the figures are, or just Play Arts?
Well, Play Arts, I believe, is just they do
just
maybe
figures.
Kai is
like Square Enix specific ones, or
I don't know.
Anyways, it's Play Arts figures, which they're just a very high quality, high end figure maker.
Yeah,
distributor.
like NECA or
exactly. but they are just like the highest quality figures. So that comes with the set I got, $230. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, I mean, it might be worth it, but holy crap.
The figures that they put out are unbelievable.
Yeah, they're like, they're so good, which I'm not really a figure guy. Like, I like them. Yeah. But I don't find myself spending a huge chunk of money for the figures. But these ones are special because they are Toy Story versions. So it's the characters, but what they look like when they're in the Toy Story world in Kingdom Hearts.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that was amazing to see. So Kingdom Hearts, they had a trailer for that. Devil May Cry 5 was announced.
I'm really excited about that. I love Devil May Cry.
That was a real surprise. I thought after DMC they were...
calling it?
Yeah, like they were just going to work on DMC, you know, not go back to Devil May Cry 5. But I think so many people were upset. Not about DMC, but that they weren't sticking with the characters. They tried to reboot it. And the game was good. There's nothing wrong with it. But,
well, dude, I loved 4.
Yeah, 4 was incredible. Like, gameplay-wise, the story I thought was okay. I wasn't I don't remember it very well. And I remember at the time I wasn't super invested. But gameplay was tight and, like, the exploration. And it was very good. It came out at the time, like, where you don't really get those kind of classic PS1, PS2 games. You know, it came out on PS3 and Xbox 360, and it's just like feels like Resident Evil with the fixed camera angles and the classic style.
Yeah, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very nostalgic for me. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about that.
So it looks cool. You know, awesome graphics. Dante and Nero are both back. I assume you play as both of them. They didn't show any gameplay, so I don't know if Dante's just like a background character or. Anyways, that was wicked cool to see.
This makes me want to play through all the Halos, all the Devil May Cries, all the everything.
We actually live in a good time where you can play those because they have the Master Chief Collection.
Which I own.
And you have that?
You got it for me.
Oh, yeah. Happy Christmas.
Thanks.
and also Devil May Cry. You can play 1, 2, you can play actually 1, 2, and 3 on its own collection, and then 4 came out special edition on.
Oh, that's right.
So you have the whole series and DMC. They're all on modern consoles.
So good.
So there was that. Dying Light 2 was announced. I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh, Dying Light 2. Yeah.
That's wicked exciting. I really love that game. It's a parkour zombie first person game.
That's sweet.
Wicked cool. And then
it's first person?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the one that's third person where there's like crazy amounts of hordes of zombies?
Left 4 Dead?
No, that's first person.
Dead Rising?
No, never mind. Move along.
I wonder what you're thinking of. New Battletoads.
I know. What?
It's really funny. I think that's more, it almost feels like a joke more than anything else. But they didn't show any gameplay, so nobody really knows other than it just had like all these new incredible features, and that was about it.
It'll be fun, dude.
It's Battletoads. Yeah. I mean, I think it's either going to be a remake, with modern graphics and all that stuff, or it'll be its own whole new thing. But it said 3-player co-op. Which that's how the original was.
Yeah.
But it's just funny that they're not going to add an extra Battletoad.
Maybe there will be. Oh, it'd be cool if they do like secret characters.
Oh, that would be cool. Like who?
I don't know. A turtle.
Okay. You want a turtle and everything.
Double Dragon.
Oh, that'd be cool. Since they already had.
I do want a turtle and everything though.
Yeah, it's like a normal turtle though, not a ninja.
Yeah, no, just like a turtle you can walk through the game with.
Yeah, that's my dream. And then at the very end, they had Gears of War. They had 3 Gears of War announcements.
What were they? I didn't hear anything about Gears.
Oh, you didn't hear anything?
No.
Woo! Okay, so they started off with this wicked, like, awesome design Gears logo, and you just hear, like, chainsaws revving, and it's all intense, and then the wall explodes, and pop figures. Gears of War pop figures start jumping around.
Oh, man.
So it's Gears Pop is what it's called. So it's
the game?
The game. So it's a mobile game. And you play as pop figures, but in the Gears of War universe.
Wow.
Wicked funny and a wicked like fake out. Everyone was like, "What is this?"
Because
it looked like total Gears of War, blood, guts, all that stuff, and then pop figures pop out. And you're like,
that's funny.
Okay. So then after that sweet trailer, call it a sweet. It looks funny. It looks goofy. Then they announced Gears of War Tactics, which is like Halo Wars. It's a tactical Gears of War where you like XCOM. It plays like XCOM.
Yeah, okay.
Both Gears of War. Only on PC, they said, for now.
That's fine. I won't play it.
And then they slid it in right at the end, Gears 5. What? They had like a big announcement and all that stuff. And they're like, oh, yeah, there's one more game. And then, so they showed off Gears 5. Looks awesome, like graphics-wise.
Yeah.
Gameplay, it was all that... It didn't show like actual gameplay. It was all the camera like in the corner of the room, and you saw them shooting. But it's in-game footage is what the shot was showing.
Yeah,
yeah. Gears 4. Did you play that?
Yeah.
I wasn't.
No. I didn't.
I think I let you borrow it for a very long time, and you never played.
I didn't get to it.
Do I have it over there?
You do.
Okay.
The last Gears I played was...
You definitely played 3.
Judgment.
Oh, you played Judgment.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Gears 4, it was okay, but it felt very like Horde, like the whole game was Horde mode.
Okay.
Because you just fought waves of enemies and then kind of progressed to the next point. And it's funny because that's what all the Gears sound like, but at least there's more variation in like the levels and stuff. This one's just run, go here, go there. So I'm hoping they changed it up a little.
Yeah.
I'll still play it because it's Gears, but it looks good. I'm confident. I'm hoping it'll be good. You know. But that was cool. It was a good surprise.
Yeah,
so all
exciting.
the heavy hitters. I mean, they had Forza. They showed Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah.
They showed Metro and a bunch of other games, but those are kind of the heavy hitters. You know. So that was cool. The Xbox. I think they did really good. They announced they're working on another Xbox console too. They didn't show it. They didn't like say anything about it other than that like we're in the works. Like we're bringing this generation to an end soon enough.
What is it gonna be?
It's depressing though. There's no reason. I just got my One X like it came out last year and I just got it recently and I'm like I don't want in 2 to 3 years to go buy another console.
I have a standard just like original Xbox One and like I've missed like 3 different releases since then.
Yeah.
I mean they've done the One, the One S, the One X.
Yeah. And that's where we're at right now.
What was the Scorpio?
That was the X.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the code name for it before it came out.
That's right.
But it's like this generation, in my opinion, so far, I feel like we still have a lot more potential in it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to call it quits early.
I don't know, man.
So we'll see where it goes, but I don't want to buy a new console yet.
Right. Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like how it seems like this generation has been all about get everything on your hard drive. You know, even the hard disks you need to download, like get everything on this one hard drive. So when everything lives on that hard drive, what happens with the next generation?
Well, that's the thing. The next generation, at least when we transitioned from 360 to 1, there was no backwards compatibility.
Right.
So everything on your old hard drive, it's stuck there because that's it. You're in a new generation.
Yeah.
You can't play your old games. Then obviously they went back on it and we can play backwards compatible games. But I assume the same logic will be followed. Or we're at a point where our libraries might be able to be shared between consoles. So like PS4 can connect right into PS5. I have access to all my games on PS4.
Yeah.
That's what I think anyways.
Yeah. It's got to be something like that because I just don't know. Like, you spend so much time getting your library all built up on your console, and then something new comes out, and like, there's no way you're supposed to just ditch it all.
No way. And people do that. They sell all the games, the whole system, and they get awesome deals for it.
Right.
But I just can't do that. Like, as a collector myself, there's just no way, especially with all the time I invested in it.
And I'm like, you know me, I'm always catching up, and so I'm going to be so way behind when the next console comes out.
Yeah.
And just be like finally getting to a place where I'm like, hey, I'm played some pretty good games on my Xbox One.
Hey, did you ever hear of Gears of War 2?
Yeah.
It was real good. Humdinger.
And like I just don't know. I don't know what that transition's going to look like, but
yeah. And we're on track for a new console generation because the last one that one ended up I think being 9 years. 360 and PS3 I think was 9 years.
You know, one thing though, like most likely I'm not interested in upgrading my Xbox One knowing that they're working on the next one. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to buy an S or an X.
Right, cuz there's
for what?
Right,
for 4K? I mean,
it's nice, but it's not that nice.
Not when you know the next one's going to come out with 4K capability right out the gate.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't it?
Oh, right. There's no reason for them to be like, oh, it's still 1080.
Unless they pull like a can you imagine?
No,
like
you know how mad people would get.
Because it would. I mean, you couldn't see that as anything but a cash grab because they'll put it out, people will want it, and then they'll put out 4K version. Like I don't know.
No way. They wouldn't get away with it.
So no, exactly. So there's really. I mean, I can't think of a single reason why I would upgrade now, specifically with Xbox. I mean, or PS4 for that matter. If I already had a PS4, like why am I going to upgrade to a Pro knowing that there's not going to be a new Xbox without a new PlayStation?
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not going to miss that competition.
Yeah. Sometimes there's like a year apart from the releases.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I mean, the PlayStation conference going on now, so I don't know. God, if they announce PS5, I'm gonna be mad.
Can you imagine?
I can't. No, I mean,
not on the heels of things like God of War. They won't like announce a new console.
Right? Because on top of announcing a new console, you kill your old console. Because,
that's what I mean. Like
nobody's gonna want to develop for a console that's last generation. In a sense, Nintendo's always crazy though because they release it whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, I was just thinking that the Switch, they'll probably ride the Switch out for a while.
Switch is going to be around for a long time, I think. It's incredibly popular.
Yeah.
And the games coming out, I mean, we still have so many Smash Bros, Metroid Prime. There's so many games still, and it just started. It came out last year, I think, so.
It's insane.
It is insane. So it was a little scary to hear that at the end.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, I don't want a new generation.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I think we're getting close to a point where it just won't be new generations anymore. It's gonna end up being like a computer, and we're just gonna get new parts to upgrade it.
Yeah.
I think we're close, anyways.
Yeah. I guess that. Yeah.
Would you prefer that?
And my initial response to that is no, because I've always liked. I still am not really for having to put in a disc and download it. I'm old school. I like a hard copy of a game with a manual and putting it in, but I know we're past that.
Right.
So I mean, I've embraced the digital age much harder than I did a few years back. I stream music and I download stuff directly from the Microsoft Store instead of going out and buying the hard copy pretty often, unless I can find a really good deal on a hard copy.
Yeah.
But I mean, in general, I've never been like a PC guy, so I would much rather buy the console, get the game, enjoy that experience.
Right, instead of having to worry about, is my graphics up to snuff?
Right.
There's a lot that comes with a PC that's just not.
Yeah, and I'm not that intense. Like, I consider myself a gamer 100%, but I'm not that intense with it where I'd want to keep up maintenance in order to play the games that I want to play.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather it just be capable of doing it. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think I don't want it to get to that point because that is like one of the huge differences is the console gamers, we just enjoy putting our game in and playing.
Yeah.
But on PC, you have to like go through all the settings. It's like, okay, can my computer run it? Do I have the right chip? Do I have the right download? Do I have whatever you need for it? And I can't imagine they would do that to the console gamers, but I could see it going that direction because it's probably cheaper to, instead of having a whole new console come out, to have people just buy parts and repair it themselves, change it themselves.
Right.
Like I said, I hope it doesn't happen, but I could see it going that way.
Yeah. I don't know what it's going to look like.
Yeah. But right now, I'm not, I think we still have a few years at least.
Yeah.
And there's still plenty of games announced that are coming out in 2020, like that still announced for these consoles. So
right.
I don't think we're there just yet. But anyways, other than that, there was the EA event, which I think was bad. It was really bad. They showed, as usual, a bunch of sports games. Battlefield 5 looks pretty cool. Have you heard? You probably heard about Battle Royale games, right? PUBG, Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
That's the big fad right now. So there's Battle Royale in Battlefield, and so we're starting to see Battle Royale show up everywhere.
Yeah.
So
it's like zombies from 6 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Horde mode, zombies.
Yeah.
It's just like the trend at the time.
Yeah.
So we're seeing that show up. But EA, very lackluster. It had Yarny, or Unravel, not Yarny. Unravel 2. Co-op looks pretty fun.
That's cool.
I really don't remember anything else from it because I was like, seriously, it was a slog to go through. Yeah. So, and then after that was Bethesda. They announced Doom 2.
Oh, yeah,
that's the top one. No gameplay, no nothing. Just, hey, Doom 2 is coming out.
Doom on Earth, isn't it?
Yeah, Doom on Earth. It's called Doom Eternal.
Yeah,
it's the official name. But it looks cool.
Good.
So they had that. They They talked about Fallout 76, DLCs for Prey. What else? Elder Scrolls 6 they announced, which they said that one's like next generation. Don't even think it's. I mean, I bet it'll come out on these consoles, but it'll come out probably as a launch for the next generation. Yeah. And then there was Ubisoft after that.
Yep.
And Ubisoft had they had some cool stuff.
Dude.
What?
The trailer for the new Assassin's Creed.
Which trailer did you see?
The one, it's in Greece, the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
It looks cool. Well, my big thing is it looks just like Origins. I just played Origins recently. It looks the same exact thing. Like the same exact thing.
But
I know. It looks cool. It's a new Assassin's Creed based in Greece. You play as a Spartan. Male or female, you get to pick your character.
But
it looks all right. All right.
I'm in the middle of a new Assassin's Creed.
Which one?
Not new. A Syndicate. I'm playing.
Syndicate was good though.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. That one's pretty fun. That's the last one that plays like Assassin's Creed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I beat India.
Oh God.
Chronicles.
Did Russia come out for free?
It's this month. I don't think it's out yet, but India was pretty cool.
Yeah. They're okay.
Yeah, this whatever.
Yeah. You know.
But Syndicate's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I enjoy the mechanics and I like switching between the twins.
Mm-hmm.
And I love playing in England.
Yes.
That's very cool.
The environment's awesome.
Yeah, really sweet.
The setting's great. And Origins was cool. That one was Egypt, but that one plays like it's completely different. It's like an RPG, but an action RPG. Anyways, so new Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
There's a new pirate game called Skull and Bones.
Okay.
You played Assassin's Creed 4?
I didn't, but what I had heard about this was that this is essentially Ubisoft responding to the outcry that they should just put out a pirate game.
Yes.
Because the gameplay in Black Flag was like
it was awesome. It was like a really, really good pirate game.
Yeah.
So this game looks exactly like Assassin's Creed 4, which I'm a little, like hesitant about because it's like, okay, is it just going to be Assassin's Creed 4, but just its own thing? But it looked fun from what I saw. So that looks cool. There's actually, I forgot, I think it's called Starfleet, I want to say. Basically, it's an Amiibo-esque game where you buy, or Skylanders, you buy ships, in real life, toy ships, and then you, lock it into a device and it goes into the game, like Amiibos. So they announced that. They announced it last year, but this year they have more gameplay. But now they're doing a partnership with Nintendo, and Star Fox is a character in that game.
No way.
So you can buy a Star Fox toy ship and then put it in the game and play as
awesome.
that. So it's Nintendo Switch exclusive, the Star Fox stuff, but the game's on all the consoles. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Nice. So I think because of that Star Fox connection, I'm going to end up getting the game.
Yeah.
Before I was like, maybe I'll get it, but now I'm going to get it.
Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And I think that Beyond Good and Evil 2, they had a new trailer for that. They announced it last year.
Wow.
But they had a little gameplay and they showed off Jade, which was the main character of the first game.
Yeah.
They showed her finally. They showed her in the game. So the game's a prequel based before, and it looks awesome. It looks like a great next gen game.
That's in my queue too. I haven't played that yet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's funny. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Levitt.
Yeah.
He has this company called Hit Record.
Yeah.
You probably heard of it.
Very familiar.
So he's working with the producers and creators of Beyond Good and Evil, and they have this open invitation for people who wants to put their music, their art, anything in the game.
Wow.
And they said they're taking hundreds of thousands of submissions, and they want to put as much as they can in the game.
That is insane.
They said there's going to be radio stations in the game, so your music might be on a random radio station. There's graffiti all over the place, so they'll just put your art randomly throughout the game.
Wow.
Voice acting, anything you want, writing, ideas, they'll just throw it all in there. So it was wicked cool to see that collaboration. So I'm excited, even more excited to see all these fan-made things showing up in the game.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, it was wicked cool that they said that. So, but that's about it. So far in E3, it's pretty good. There's definitely a lot of good stuff coming out, and a lot of it was announced for either this year or the beginning of next year.
Yeah, so
pretty
imminent.
Yeah, it's not a long wait for a lot of these. So,
Right.
but my two big ones, Sony and Nintendo, they're right around the corner, so I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be hearing about that on the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. When's Nintendo?
Nintendo is tomorrow, which is Tuesday.
Okay.
I believe in the morning.
Okay.
I think it's like early.
You working tomorrow?
Nope.
Nice.
So that's it. Dedicating my whole day to Nintendo. Even though, but they're gonna show off Smash Bros. That's a big one.
Oh,
which
think about that.
yeah, that's they said this is like their main focus is Smash Bros. I just want to know what it looks like, what it plays like. And they're having a special invitational. Well, not even invitational. It's next week in New York. You can play Smash Bros. All week at the Nintendo World Store.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one. They have it playable, a demo there.
Wow.
So lines are starting at 7 a.m. and they're open, I think, from 9 to like 8 or something. So there's going to have people waiting all day to go play it.
In New York?
This close to going to New York just to play it.
When is it?
Next week. Any day. It's, I think, the 14th, 15th, 16th. I think it's like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Dude, we could take a train. I'll even pay gas money or pay your train ticket if you want to go. I will take the day off work even. Just don't show them this video. Let me see. Yeah, so 14th, 15th, and 16th, I believe, are the days. Well, Brett thinks about his potential to going.
Just looking at my work schedule real quick.
Because, I mean, New York's not that far.
It's not.
But that's all the E3 hype I got.
Yeah.
It's going to be, by the time this gets posted, it's going to be way over. But
yeah,
exciting.
It is exciting.
Regardless.
What's not exciting is, you ever think about how you just don't have enough time left on this earth to play all the games that you want to play?
I try really hard not to think about it.
Yeah.
Because there are so many games. I think you have a much higher chance if you only dedicate yourself to one form of entertainment.
That's why it just can't happen.
It just can't.
Because I can't do it.
There is a huge list of games that I just have no interest in, that I just don't want to play. But there's just so many that just like fly under the radar.
See, I need to convince myself not to play those games. Because there is a part of me that like games with gold is bad for me. Because I just get games and I'm like, well, I got to beat it now. And then I play it and I'm like, man, it's pretty good. And then I have to beat it.
See, and that's, I mean... You hit a point where you're like, is pretty good enough for you to spend your time on it?
That's the question.
You know, I've been doing real good recently with games, like just beating them, going through and beating them. Like, but sometimes I get stuck. Like RPGs, those are such a time sink. It's so difficult for me to play anything else because I'm like, okay, I gotta beat this. 50 hours in. I'm like, kill me.
Yep, that's what happened with me with Earthlock. I started getting into it, and I got to a point where like I cannot progress in the story unless I grind some enemies.
That's the RPG curse. Ah! All right, we're getting violent. So, do you have anything else in games? Hey!
No.
It's time for Crazy Taxi.
I haven't been playing Crazy Taxi.
It's funny. I've been playing Crazy Taxi 2.
The second one?
Yeah. No,
there's a second one?
There's a third one.
Are they good?
Yeah, well, 2's cool because it adds a jump. You press Y in this case and you jump.
It's time for Crazy Taxi.
A Class B license.
A Class B license.
You can't even say the full words.
A Class B license.
He says something else.
Let's go make some crazy money.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Game over.
Game over.
Dude, you nailed it.
A Class B license.
That was so funny.
Are you ready to make some crazy money? Let's play some Crazy Taxi.
You put like a lisp on him or something. He's like, Crazy Taxi.
I know. Oh, it's so funny. I want to look up all the things he says now.
I bet there's a soundboard where
Oh,
you
I
can
hope there is. Let me find.
Let's make some crazy money. So
A Class B license.
You guys don't know what we're talking about. A Crazy Taxi, there's this like main narrator voiceover guy who just like every time you pick something, he just adds his little comment. But how Brett's doing it is totally how he sounds. He like spot on, nailed
Let's
it.
see if I can find.
Come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi. Hey, ready to have some fun? I got some kicking music and I'm ready to see you drive. Pull those coins out of your pocket, throw them in the machine, and let's get started.
Oh, it's an arcade game too. That's why.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right.
Here we go.
Car and driver, Axel, Lady Joe, Gina, Gus. Make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go.
Oh, that's right. Time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go.
Oh shoot.
I wanna hear the.
A Class B license.
That's probably at the end.
Oh, come on. Let's,
Awesome. Time bonus. Whoa, time's running out.
Yeah, I know that one.
Hey, you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Arrow. You better pick someone up or you're gonna run out of time.
wait, what was that?
Time bonus. Whoa, time's running out. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Follow the arrow.
Follow the arrow. The arrow.
All right, it's time to check out how you did today. Now let's take a look.
Whoa.
Whoa, no license. All you have to do is drive the passengers around. Think you better try again. Class C license. Belong down here. You better try it again. Class D license. Can't believe it. Was that your best? I don't think so. Class B license.
Yeah.
Decided to play it safe, huh? Come on.
A Class B license.
How do you even think that's like? What kind of voice is that?
I don't know, dude. I don't know why they chose that guy, but that game is great.
That's a special kind of game,
Yeah.
and you know it's on the Dreamcast. I mean, you can't go
Yep.
wrong.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
know.
it's everywhere now, but Dreamcast. It's just a great memory I have with that.
It's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Love it. So yeah, there are 3 of them, and then it came out on mobile. They have a new. It's like Hot Rods or something.
Is it on mobile now?
I believe
I
so.
play it right now.
If you want.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I hope that comes back. That'd be cool if they did a Crazy
A
Taxi
Class
4.
B license. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Follow the arrow.
I think we gotta end it. He's getting too lost.
A Class D license. Was that your best? I don't think so.
Game over.
Okay, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready to go? All you gotta do is pick up the passengers.
I want Siri, but his voice.
How can you imagine? Crazy Taxi GPS voice.
Oh my god.
Take a left at the light.
You're going the wrong way.
Hey, you went the wrong direction. Better turn around. Take a U-turn 2 miles ahead.
It can work pretty well.
It should.
Hey, take a right.
You gotta follow the arrow.
Follow the arrow. Hey.
All right, I'm ending this.
All right, you gotta do.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Oh, thank you. I just posted. We didn't post for a long time, and then I just started posting podcasts again.
So when does this one come out?
I mean, it's out now. You're listening to it, but I'm just saying
Okay.
there's a really long break, and the last 2 probably came out pretty close to each other because they were recorded in like January.
Yeah. January.
Starting directions to home.
That's how it when you hit on maps.
Getting directions to home.
Now,
Hey, take a left.
sometimes I imagine
You're going the wrong way.
if you open a case, but you're inside that case, are you looking at yourself, or is yourself looking at you? I mean, sometimes I want to reach into the case and pull out myself, but all I get is banana peels.
Class B license.
And it's pretty upsetting because I'm like, I just wanted to find myself. And if I reach into the case and I get myself, what do I even say? Do I tell myself you did it or you don't? I mean, sometimes you tie your shoes when you're alone, but you also tie it when you're together. So I find the moment that you find your shoelace, just tie it. And maybe you save your case self. So follow the road for the fruity taste that shows.